The meeting is now called to order. Will the secretary please call the roll?
Mrs. Becker.
Here.
Mr. Cancroft.
Here.
Mrs. Chu.
Here.
Mr. Hung.
Here.
Mrs. Lax.
Here.
Mrs. Reese.
Here.
Mr. Seiler.
Here.
Mrs. Shaw.
Here.
President Simmons.
Here, we have a quorum. Please rise to salute the flag. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed and acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this Act, the East Brunswick Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place thereof posted at the board offices located at 760 Route 18, East Brunswick, New Jersey. Written notice was also provided to the Sentinel, the Newark Star Ledger, the Home News and Tribune, and the Municipal Clerk of East Brunswick. All Board of Education meetings, with the exception of executive session discussions, are videotaped for later broadcast. It is the policy of the Board of Education that videotape meetings are not edited for any purpose. Individuals who speak at the board's public meetings should be aware of these videotaping rules. And good evening, everyone. We'll begin with the superintendent's report. Dr. Valesky.
Thank you, President Simmons. At first, I want to apologize for my voice. If it starts to crack, it's not sound effects that I'm trying to incorporate in my future snow messages. I'm just recovering from a cold. Good evening. The artwork on display in the boardroom this evening was created by students from Chittick Elementary School. The art teachers of these talented students are Gregory Barron, Lori Denenberg, and Angelika Kerkaloo. Megan Minetta is the principal. On Tuesday, January 10th, the East Brunswick High School hosted an electives fair to showcase all of the fantastic elective offerings. There were over 40 electives represented. Current students were there to answer questions and tell about the benefits of taking the class. This helped younger students understand what a particular course was about and how it might fit into their schedule and future plans. The student feedback was extremely positive, and teachers were excited about the interest that was generated for their classes. Recently, the math club at Churchill Junior High School attended the 11th annual St. Joe's Math Competition. Churchill placed first among 20 teams. 3 of the 9 students who attended also achieved the top 10 individual scores out of a total 230 total students. Quite an achievement. Joshua Wee won first place overall. Rachel I placed second overall, and Benjamin Hong placed 5th place overall. Alexa Giordano is the advisor for this club. On Thursday, January 12th, Deborah Gulick, Director of Curriculum and Instruction, joined Ruth Chang, Supervisor of World Languages, ESL Bilingual Education, to support Fatima McKinnon and Victoria Herrera to prepare Irwin School to host 100 English language learners and their families. Our district's K-12 ESL teachers worked together to celebrate our second ESL literacy event called Sharing Dreams. Students and families met their ESL teachers, Irwin's basic skills teachers, and East Brunswick public librarians to read, write, talk, and learn about famous people who dared to dream. Students read Todd Parr's The Peace Book, Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream, and wrote acts of kindness on a paper chain. Others developed their own life dream and shared it on a world map, representing where they came from before settling in East Brunswick. All left with free books to continue reading at home. On Saturday afternoon, January 14th, the combined concert choir and Bella Voce from East Brunswick High School had the great opportunity to perform at the Isaac Stern Auditorium at Carnegie Hall, New York City. 100 of East Brunswick's finest vocalists performed alongside 9 other choirs from across the country in celebration of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and his vision of peace. This was a tremendous honor and once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for these fine performers. Congratulations to these students and their directors, Zachary Gates and Gregory Jung. Teams from Hammersholt, Churchill, and the high school competed in Regional Science Olympiad tournaments last week. Hammersholt medaled in 5 events and finished in 6th place overall. Churchill medaled in 9 events, including a first-place finish in microbe mission and in 3rd place overall. East Brunswick High School medaled in 5 events and finished in 8th place overall. The state tournament will be held on March 7th at Middlesex County College. In sports, cheer took first place at the Woodbridge competition. Wrestling beat Old Bridge for the second time in 20 years, and Jason Minikill was named Bob DeMarco Man of the Match. Mark Schleifer got his 100th wrestling win versus Donovan Catholic. Track had 2 GMC champions, Callan Davies in the 55-meter hurdles and Chelsea Stockey in the 3,200-meter race. The boys' pole vault team, Jair Davis and Devin Kusmitter, were also GMC relay champions. At the Bowling Winter Classic, Sam Bortnick won the high series of the tournament, and James Rotano won high game of the tournament. The girls' swimming team is currently undefeated and Red Division champions. On Saturday, January 29th, the East Brunswick Education Foundation will host the Harlem Wizards in the Churchill Junior High School Gymnasium. This will be an exciting event for the entire family. Tickets are still available and can be obtained online at harlemwizards.com. Midterm exams at both Churchill and the high school are scheduled to take place on Friday, January 27th through Wednesday, February 1st. Only students at these 2 schools will be dismissed at 11:58 a.m. on these exam days. Thursday, February 2nd is the end of the marking period. In January is School Board Recognition Month. So if you'll bear with me, I'm going to change position to offer a resolution on your behalf. And I'll take my water with me.
You don't want to take advantage of that laryngitis?
I can still talk, just not very well. Resolution of Appreciation. School Board Recognition Month in New Jersey, January 2017. Whereas the New Jersey School Boards Association has declared January 2017 to be School Board Recognition Month, a time that all residents might acknowledge the contributions made by our local school board members, and whereas the East Brunswick Board of Education is one of more than 581 local school boards in New Jersey that sets policies and oversees operations for public school districts, and whereas the East Brunswick Board of Education embraces for all students the goals reflected in the district motto of excellence in academics, athletics, and the arts. And whereas the East Brunswick Board of Education helps determine community goals for the education of approximately 8,200 students in pre-kindergarten through 12th grade, and whereas the East Brunswick Board of Education members receive no remuneration for their services, yet are committed and active advocates for public school students, and as board members collectively work with administrators, teachers, and parents for the good of the East Brunswick Public School District and public education in general, and whereas the East Brunswick Board of Education provides accountability to the public, communicates the needs of the school district to the public, and conveys to school administration school administrators the public's expectations for the schools, and whereas the East Brunswick Board of Education can take pride in its schools, which rank among the best in New Jersey, and nationally in indicators as high school graduation rates, class size, college entrance exam participation, and advanced placement offerings and test scores. Now, therefore, be it resolved that we join community statewide in observing January 2017 as School Board Recognition Month and express our gratitude and appreciation to Todd Simmons, Vicki Becker, Meredith Shaw, Susanna Chu, Barbara Reese, Robert Cancro, Liwo Hung, and Chad Sealer, collectively the East Brunswick Board of Education, for their unwavering service to students, staff, and the greater East Brunswick community.
And let's not forget Mrs. Lax.
And Lori Lax.
Yeah, that's right. And Mrs. Lax, too. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I really apologize. Your name is really on here, too. And your picture's up there, too, sorry. So I apologize. On behalf of all the administrators, all the staff, in fact, an entire community that we represent, I want to thank all of you for your contribution. I know the number of hours you put into this effort. And I know that even tonight, you were running before this meeting to attend school events to get back over here for this meeting. And so the one promise I'll make to you for the next year is that we're not going to schedule things on board nights anymore. So you can attend things as parents and actually participate as school board members. So thank you very much for everything that you do.
Thanks. Thank you, Dr. Valesky. Thank you, Dr. Valesky, for that. And on behalf of Mrs. Lax and the rest of the board and me,
This will be my final board meeting probably, so.
you know, we enjoy the professionalism that we have and that we can expect every time we come here. We do spend some time here, sometimes more than we like to, but it's always, whenever we walk out of this building, we always have this just great feeling that we did something together. So I appreciate that very much for the recognition. Also to Dr. Zimbicki, who's out there somewhere, I think. Thank you also for the very cool sweet treat that happens to be our favorite gum. So you nailed it. Appreciate coming in this evening to that too. Thank you for that. And to the community for letting us do this for you. Anybody else? Yes.
I thought we might be in trouble if we were all chomping away up here, though.
Yes, you're right. It is sugarless though, so that's a very good thing.
Yes.
Yes. Anybody else? Okay. On that, thank you again, Dr. Valesky. Next, learning across the district. I think we have a presentation.
We do.
So we'll get to it.